We have here Mrs., I think, Corley, if I'm, with the Louisiana Families of, I can't read, with Disabilities? Okay.
Good afternoon. My name is Karonda Corley. I'm a parent and disabilities advocate, and sitting to my left is my son, Corinth Corley. This is very personal for me. It's extremely personal for me because I actually was sitting in my bed, not planning to come in here at all, until I continued to hear the lies being spewed on the microphone. That's what made me get up. I got up because my child is not in school and we can't receive any of these services. And I looked at the presentation that they provided today. Now they're saying that these services are going to be offered in 2024. At what time? Is it going to be at the beginning, the middle, or the end of 2024? Notice you never got that information, right? The families of individuals with disabilities, we sued. We did a class action lawsuit against LDH because mental health services are not provided to people with disabilities. Let me say that again. People with disabilities do not get access to mental health services. I contact Children Advocacy Center since I came the last time. You know, they told me that I needed to go to DCFS or law enforcement, although law enforcement is already involved in the case dealing with my child, and yet we still cannot receive services for this child to actually be able to go back into the school system safely. That's a problem. It's a problem when I had to come here to the House Education Committee last week and speak to Superintendent Kay Brumley, while my child's IEP meeting was going on, to ask him if he could personally intervene so that my child can get services, so he can go back into the school. He's only been to school one day. I have a letter in my car that I could provide y'all from their ignorant, incompetent child welfare and attendance department of the school system saying truancy. So I guess I would have to be in court in regards to that. And we still won't have access to mental health services so this child can go into school. And he's not at school all because he was introduced to trauma at the hands of the school system. East Baton Rouge Parish School System. Dr. Cito Narcisse and a school board president, Deidris Lannis. Those are the problems. I come here and I'm going to keep coming faithfully, but every committee meeting until we can get services. It's not just him. It's not just him, but if he have to be the face of the movement, we will. Because it should not be that we can't have access to service. Children Advocacy Center actually have quite a bit of money. They actually got a lot of money donated to them according to their website, but this child can't get service. It's a problem. It's a problem because I know, baby, that my child wants the help. He wants it. Let's talk about the trauma the mama had to endure. I done got more than 5 inches of my hair cut because it was shedding out because I'm stressing behind what my child had to endure. I have a bald spot in my head, courtesy of my hair falling out, because of what my child endured. A school system's supposed to be a safe environment. And you telling them too that you want the therapy. I appreciate it. This is a child that is innocent. Innocent. But how many more of our babies gotta suffer before LDH, OBH, and all of the rest of them state entities up under LDH give our families of children with disabilities access to mental health services? I shouldn't have to keep coming begging. I shouldn't. I'm fighting tears because I had to ask Ethan when that stuff got offered to the State Department of Ed and got intertwined, because it never has. It never has. So then what? I'm supposed to wait until he go into the juvenile justice system to get the wraparound supports? Why? 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 Didn't you go tell me you don't know how to work with him? I don't want to lose my child to a system that I already know can't take care of them. DCFS ain't never did their job. Never. We had a whole convening. Hey, I'm sorry. They just had a woman blow the whistle that was all on Kristen Okamoto investigative unit about DCFS and not doing their job. You released a child that was overdosed to fentanyl back to the parent that got her overdosed. Come on, at what point do we hold these systems liable? I want the help. I want the help and I'm begging for it. But other families should not have to beg for it neither like I am.
Thank you, Mrs. Corley. There's no questions on the board.
Thank you,
appreciate your
thank you,
testimony.
Representative Schlegel. I thank you, Representative Turner. This man and Representative Hughes took out time after that last meeting to talk to me. And that young lady, I took out time to speak with her and her husband too. But it shouldn't be that we begging. And how they said that they actually collaborating with them health districts, they not, because the funding was cut in the budget. So tell them to tell you, come back to you and show you exactly how they doing. Because that funding was cut in the budget, and I spoke on that Senate Finance and in House Appropriations. But my child just tried to tell y'all, and he steady trying to tell y'all, he want the help, but he tired of watching mama cry and beg for him to get the therapy services that he need so he can go back in the school arena and get educated. That's all we need. Is for him to get that, and I'm begging. And if I got to talk to y'all every day, every night for the rest of my life until we can get it for him and for every child in this state, I will. But we are begging for that.
Thank you. We'll make sure at the Department of Education knows you came by too.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You want to tell him bye-bye? Tell him bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Come on.
Okay, let me see. Okay, I think that is it for the public testimony.